I still have the notes that I wrote down in 7th grade art class, everything I needed to know about the principles of design I think I learned in 7th grade. And I've been thinking about them ever since, how they apply to life. Like that brown flare pen. Balance. We're stretched. I guess we're not stretched out. In life, balance can be beautifully symmetrical. I'm sorry, in art it can. In life, it's never symmetrical, of course. It can be beautifully asymmetrical as well. In life, when we get out of balance, things go wrong. When we work too hard and don't rest, mistakes are made. If we play too much, it stops being fun. Balance with its Siamese twin, contrast. I'm going to show you some tile that we make at our company clearly. Contrast makes us notice and remember. And it's not just contrast between work and life. We need the contrast between exciting and busy and stimulating and peacefully minimal. We need the contrast between being alone, being in intimate company, and being in a crowd like we are now. The contrast between leading and following. Not everybody needs that, but I sure do. As a leader of a company, I crave those times when I don't have to do it. Good design and a good life have movement. In life, movement might be a path, curving out of sight, sometimes sharply. Got that? Read it. I'll give you a second. I've kept this close to my heart at all times. Good design and a good life have unity. All parts of a piece, all parts of a composition working together to make a whole. The lines and shapes and colors of a piece working together. In life, unity could be equated with congruence. The congruence between your desires and your behaviors. Are you doing what it takes to get you where you want to go? When unity is absent, things can get weird. A good life and good design have emphasis. Hey, take a stand. Be about something. Dare to declare that some things are good and others bad, that some things are beautiful and other things are ugly. Just saying. Hey, try things. Be about something, even if it's the accordion. And I just want to point out that accordions do not play Lady of Spain. People do. Good design. Good design. And life have pattern. In design, pattern is a repeated shape, a repeated motif that works together to make a whole that's much greater than the sum of the parts. A good pattern is confident. And life pattern is our routines, our habits, those things that we regularly do. In addition to working, I try to be careful to keep a habit of doing the things that fill my life with passion. I make a habit out of my passions, out of dancing, out of music, trying to make a habit of saying the right thing to my son. Try to make a habit of making beautiful tile that enrich people's lives. I'd like to make that a habit. I think, to paraphrase Aristotle, said, we are what we repeatedly do. So excellence then is not a single act, but a habit. So this whole becoming an artist thing was an experiment. I thought maybe when I went to art school I wanted to be an economist. No way. I did go to art school. I lasted all of 3 semesters there. So we're not talking about designing lives. You know, I took an artist experiment. I tried another experiment when the whole art thing didn't really seem to be working out. That experiment didn't work too well, and I ended up back discovering ceramics and discovering Pewabic pottery here in Detroit. And that's when I found what I was really I started to feel called to do it. And I said, gosh, I have a plan for life. I want to make a certain kind of tile for a living, this kind of tile. And I do. I've been doing it for 20 years. I don't make the tile anymore, but I'm lucky in that the sketchy business plan I had has worked out. My life plan was sort of similarly hazy. Get married, meet the right guy. Oh, meet the right guy. Get married, have kids, live happily ever after. It didn't quite work out that way. A friend of mine says we all have a tripwire, something that keeps messing us up, tripping us up in our lives until we figure out what it is and figure out how to climb or leap or scramble ungracefully over the darn thing. However you have to do, get over that. At age 44, I did another experiment with my life. I needed to redesign it because I wasn't happy. There were some people I needed to get out of my life. I ended up divorcing my husband, divorcing my business partner, and a business divorce, you get it, who was also a brother. So this was pretty hard stuff. Not things that thousands of other people haven't done before, but let me tell you, anyone that has to do these hard things has to summon their own courage for it. So help out your friends that are going through hard times, because they have to just suck it up and do it. So now I'm careful who I bring into my life. I have really good people at work. I'm careful to bring in positive people, competent people, people who will say what they think. They bring in, so I hire that kind of people, and they hire more of that kind of people. It's working pretty well. I live my values through my work at Motawi Tileworks. How could you not? As an entrepreneur in America, it's the perfect time to just keep on doing what you do and what you want to do. So the ideal version of me is what I'm working on. I share my goodness every day, my beauty and my manifesto. The ideal version of me is a great mom, a great leader of my company. The ideal me is healthy in mind and body and heart. Live in flow. Flow is those moments when you don't even notice the time is going by, when you're so engaged. Maybe you have this in meetings like I do. I love it, actually, at work when I'm meeting with my senior people and we talk and we discuss and we argue and the ideas build on each other and time slips by unnoticed. That's flow. Flow, for me, is dancing. If you haven't tried being a follower in a partner dance, I have to recommend it. You just have to take in the information. You never know which direction you're supposed to go in. You just react. There's information coming at you every second. Turn this way, go that way, spin there. And thinking about it and trying to guess just wrecks the whole thing. And it's a super welcome relief from this planning and striving and wondering if I've done right of everyday business life. Flow is when some of the best design happens. I'll take a piece of artwork that mesmerizes me, but I don't know how to make it into a Motawi tile that's 4 by 8 inches square that will sell for around $50. This is the process. It's not romantic, but this is what I treasure, these challenges. Just, some people can spend hours talking to kids. I can spend hours with the nudge tool in Adobe Illustrator making the part change. Come on, baby. Just reworking that stuff over and over, seeing the next change that I want to make in view as I finish the last one. That's flowing design for me. Design yourself, design your life, design your craft. Design is everything.